Sophia, thanks very much for joining us. Um, there's an increased focus at the moment, particularly on ESG and on energy. What are you seeing in terms of the market and some of the key trends, particularly around that sort of decarbonisation, lower carbon side?
What I see is that many years the real estate market and the energy market ran separately. And so I come from the energy side as an energy lawyer. And so also the regulation ran separately on these both fields. But since both markets are driven by the mega trends, I see here like energy efficiency, environmental sustainability, and greenhouse gas emission reduction, which is more and more important for both markets. They also move closer together, and so does also the regulation on that field. We face an energy and especially a heat transition. Actually, we are in the middle of it in the energy market, which is followed now by the law and has also impacts on the real estate industry, which I see here.
In terms of some of the, I suppose, some examples of that, what are you seeing at the moment, Sophia?
In Germany, we just implemented a national emission trading system, quite similar to the European one, which imposes specific CO2 costs to distributors of fossil fuel. And the law allows to pass on these costs to the consumer, which is, when it comes to heat, and most of the times the tenant. And due to the fact that the tenant himself has only a very limited influence on the CO2 efficiency or on the use of fossil fuels, a huge discussion arose, but politically, to how the property owner, how the landlords should take share in these costs. So actually, we are talking about a 50-50 share, which is quite a bit, or sharing systems which based on the efficiency of the building and so on. So this is a regulation coming from the energy sector having a great impact on the real estate industry. And when we put the focus on the real estate regulation with the impact on the energy industries, we are looking on building efficiency law. And here the German legislature amended the Building Efficiency Act lately, bringing up for a legislator quite innovative rules, I want to say, breaking out of a rigid frame, which was there, a framework of limits and reference buildings and installation obligation and so on, but allowing efficient new technologies by taking into account not only the primary energy demand, which was done in the past and is still in there, but allowing to taking also into account the CO2 reduction of technologies. And so innovative technologies have a chance here to produce heat by green energy, based on green energy, for example. And also there's another newcomer in the law, which we call it in Germany, we call it a Quartiersansatz, which might be translated as a neighborhood approach. So we are, from the legal side, stepping back from the efficiency regulation of an individual building, but rather seeing the context of the neighborhood. So the neighborhood in total could increase its efficiency and do that on a more economic way than only one building individually could do that.
How do you see this moving forward in the future? Looking at both sides of those areas in terms of energy, but also real estate.
I think, from my point of view, they are moving even closer together than they already are, going hand in hand forward, because already the energy part in the real estate sector has a great economic impact, and it will be even greater in the future. And so this is the only way we can work forward.
Great. Thanks very much for joining us, Sophia.
Thank you.